he doesn't pick it up by then bye bye Stitch. Look at all this.
Delivered. They're here.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kay and I am the owner and creator behind Hot Mess Homemade. Yes, I know the lighting is horrible in here. As you can tell, I am in a different room. This was my daughter's room. She moved out a couple months ago. So I am using the empty room today to do a mock setup for my upcoming Fandom Fest market. If you enjoy all this crazy crochet content, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any future content. So let me fill you in on what I'm doing today. So I set up this is one of my shelves, and then I have my little, for my bees, and these are the only two tables that I have. And then over here, this is all the plushies I have and all the things that I use on my table. Like these crates will be emptied, obviously. And that bag is full. I don't think I can fit any more in there. So I have an extra bag right here because the rest of all this is going in another bag because I don't have room in this bag. So there's my knucklehead cat because she can't be anywhere without me. But anyway, so I'm gonna set up this camera here real quick, and we'll figure out where we're gonna put all this stuff. I did not bother putting my tablecloths on because I don't really need to for a mock setup. We'll see all that pretty stuff at the market. I am so excited. I am about a week and a half away from Fandom Fest. I was going to do this mock setup next week, but I found out that I have family coming into town this weekend, and they will be here pretty much most of next week, and they're leaving 2 days before Fandom Fest. So I figured I'd be spending most of my time with them, so I would do the mock setup and stuff this week. So once I do this mock setup, I'm going to do an official count of everything I have. So we will have a finalized inventory amount, and I can finish tagging everything else that hasn't been tagged yet. Because I think at one point, a couple months ago, I went through and tagged a bunch of stuff. So, but I've made a bunch of stuff since then. So let me get this camera set up, and then we'll get to organizing our plushies. All right, so the way that I set up the tables are pretty much how I have them set up in my tent. And then this shelf right here, I usually have in this corner of the tent. I couldn't exactly put it there because then I wouldn't be able to put my camera up. So just for reference of what I'm going to put on it, you know, where I'm going to put stuff on the shelves. And then I'll show you that we'll walk around and get like a final look at everything. Obviously, my tables are not against walls in my tent. Usually we sit right behind this 6-foot table. Eventually, I think I would like to have another 6-foot table so I can make like a horseshoe shape with my tables. And then this table, I hate the fact that it doesn't, like, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I should have got another 6-foot table, but at the same time, this little 4-foot table can go up higher or down lower if I need it to. So I can make my displays different heights if I really wanted to. At some point in this 4-foot table, I'm gonna raise up and make that the checkout area. But for now, this is what I have to work with. I usually put a crate here and put my little checkout area right here in the middle of the 6-foot table. So I'm nervous about how all this stuff is gonna fit. So let's get to it. So because I usually sit on this side, I put my iPad on top for my register, and then my cash box and stuff is usually like inside the crate behind it. Like I said, it's been a year since I've done a market. I kind of let that slack this year a little bit. So I have 3 of these baskets. They're just little short little baskets. In the past, I haven't used all 3, so we'll see this time because I've got a lot of stuff this year. I also have 3 of these baskets. In the past, I've usually used 2, and this is what my 1 for 8, 2 for 15 stuff goes in. We've got some stuff to play around with, some baskets and stuff to play around with. And then we'll see where I want to put this one. I used to have a box, it said kittens for sale, but then I started making dogs too. So I made this last year. It says, spread positivity by adopting a furry friend. And this is what I put all my cats and dogs in. Let's see if they all fit this year. I don't know where I'm going to put it. I've got so many things to organize. This is ridiculous. Let me show you real quick. That's not gonna work. So I think I'm gonna use some of my plastic loop pin things and just put them like in the top and hang them like this. So actually, I'm gonna go get those so I can do that ahead of time. I don't have to worry about it the day of. Right? Right. All right. So this is what my little white plastic bags look like. I got my loop pins. Well, this is something that someone custom ordered and never picked up. So, and of course, it was one of my husband's friends. So my husband kept apologizing. I'm sorry, and obviously he didn't want it. That's okay because if he doesn't pick it up before Fandom Fest, it's going on Fandom Fest for sale. It's Stitch. So, and I'm pretty sure this will sell. For now, I'm gonna keep it in the bag. But if he doesn't pick it up, I mean, it's been like a month. So, but I'm giving him till the night before Fandom Fest. If he doesn't pick it up by then bye bye Stitch.
So, editing K here. Funny story about Stitch. So, yes, Stitch did sell. I sold them for like $45, and it was probably only 2 hours into like a 4-hour festival. I believe in there, I say that I've had him for about a month. I went back, and it was more like 2 months. He ordered it in October, and Fandom Fest is the beginning of December. So, um, yeah, so I had Stitch for almost 2 months. I had to make some money off of Stitch because he obviously wasn't going to come get it, right? So 6 days after Fandom Fest, the guy texted my husband and said, I'll be by this weekend to pick up the Stitch. My heart sank because I was at work. I couldn't do anything about it in the moment. So when I got home from work, because I knew I ordered an extra thing of blue, because originally I had to make a yarn order when he ordered it because the pattern I used from Crochet Grove, she uses the color cornflower in the paws, and I don't keep cornflower on me, so I had to special order that color just for this pattern, and so I ordered an extra thing of blue. And so I knew I had the extra blue, I could make it, and I knew I only used a little bit of cornflower, so I had that. But the pink, I was pretty sure I had, but the light blue, I knew I used a lot, especially doing like the Christmas stuff. So when I got home, I looked at the pattern and it called for approximately 10 grams of light blue. And I had this teeny tiny little ball of blue, and I put it on my scale and it said 10 grams. I'm like, But this is all I have left of the blue, of the light blue. And I was able to make another stitch. But here's the funny part. I got home from work on Friday at like 11 o'clock. And I was up until 2 o'clock in the morning, and I managed to finish the ears, the arms, and the feet. So then the next day on Saturday, I did the body and the head and sewed everything together, and then cut out the felt eyes and glued those on. He was supposed to pick it up over the weekend. Tomorrow is Christmas. And he never picked it up. So I told my husband, I said, you know what? Here's how I feel about it. If he doesn't pick it up by my next market, I'm selling it. And if he comes back and says, I'm coming to pick it up, too bad. I've made 2, and you picked up neither of them. So, bye-bye. Because I'm not going to sit on anything like that for months. I'll just sell it and get the money for it. So, but I just wanted to share that fun story with you. So, let's go back to the video.
Alright. That was just the 2 wooden crates full of stuff. I can't believe it was that much stuff in 2 wooden crates. So now let's bust the bag open and see what we got. This is so much fun to figure out. Everything's empty. Look at all this. Let's start with this shelf. I don't know if I'm going to keep the snakes up there. I might put them on my tent just to kind of declutter that shelf just a little bit. I got my Halloween stuff, my candy basket, my stress ball basket, and on the bottom is all the winter Christmas stuff with the basket of misfit toys that is going to be a $5 basket. Basically everything in that basket is stuff that it just doesn't sell, or like weird mismatched things, or so $5, whatever. So there's my candy basket, my stress balls. My Ninja Turtles fit in with my Halloween stuff, sure, why not, right? My snugglers and my jellyfish. This one is my favorite. So, all right. And then over here, I put all my bees, even my little bobble bees on there. my axolotl. My little princesses, I only have two of them. I didn't know where to put them. With my little flower babies, watering can, farm animals. This area right here is gonna have, I have bigger chickens like this. So I'm gonna put them in here somewhere with the farm animals. My little caterpillar up there. I'm gonna get rid of this because I'm not doing keychains. I don't have any keychains. There. There we go. My ducks, my chickens back there that have been with me forever. It's like one of the first things I made. They do not sell. My kangaroo. My other ducks up here. My cats and dogs. Barely fit in that box. All my dinosaurs. And two little, a baby dino, mini dino. And all my other dinos in the basket. I didn't know what to do with the football, so good enough for it. And then my dragons. I'm gonna have a few more turtles to add to this pile. I have my strawberry turtles. All my octos and squid, mermaid, otters, capybaras, mini turtles, stingrays, hippos. Yeah, that's it. Everything is empty. The bag is empty. Nothing else. Oh, and then I'm gonna put my elephant on my little swinging things. So here she is. I'm pretty sure this is how I'm gonna do it. So give me a minute. I'm going to add all this up and I'll let you know how much it is and what we got.
Alright, now I am working on tagging. This is my little makeshift tag holder box. I've got these. It's got the little not recommended for children under 3. And then I've got these that do not say that. These I usually put on. Yes. But these tags I usually put on like things that have embroidered eyes so that, you know, people know that. I wasn't sure if I should put baby safe on it or not, but I didn't want to go that far. I just figured I wouldn't put the not recommended for children under 3 so they know that kids under 3 can have it. But I'm not gonna like say baby safe because then if something happens, I don't want to put myself in deep doo doo. But anyway, I have not added it up yet, but this is the list I've got going. I'm gonna work on making this list. I don't know what is making that noise. It's driving me nuts. But I'm gonna work on making this list in my Google Sheets because I worked so hard on making it in alphabetical order, and then when I added new things, I just had to start a not alphabetical order spot on the back page. So it's not yet, but it will be. Alright. I'm working on tagging things, and I'm only like this far. Bobblebees. I got all the rest of this page, the backside of this page, this other page, and this little bit on the backside back here. Anyway, give me a second. Let me add it up real quick so I can tell you what it is. Alright, y'all. So I got everything set up. I, procrastinated some and decided last minute that I was going to make of course, a bunch more things. I think I ended up making, don't mind my basket of sheets. I've got family coming tonight. I gotta make the bed up. But, this is pretty much how I'm gonna have it set up. I ended up, I think Saturday, I finished my chickens here. I embroidered the eyes. I think they came out so stinking cute. I know I'm missing the H on my sign right here. I gotta get an H on a thing. It fell out of market and I lost it. So I have another one in my stuff. And then, oh, this duck, I thought it came out so cute. Look at the eyes. My cats and dogs. These two elephants right here are gonna be hanging up on my tent. And I finished my strawberry turtles. I finished those yesterday. And then throughout the week I've been making all these little turtles because when I put everything in the basket, I only had one turtle. Those turtles sell very well. That is the jelly bean turtle pattern. She's got a bunch of sea creatures. This too is one of her, the squid. It's a jelly bean pattern by her. I think it's Darling Maple Designs. So there's my setup, is what it's gonna look like. So I'm excited. I've got little after making 1,000 tags, let me see. Hold on. Both of these stacks of tags are written on. Hold on, let's see if we can get to focus how thick that is. But they're both written on. But then I decided things like this, I really didn't want to, like these little flower babies. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the bees yet. I think I might tag the bigger ones and just put like a little sign on the beehive. Same thing with the ducks. I don't want to tag them all individually, and the little chickens and all these little dinos, even though I wrote out tags for all of them, and even all the little turtles in this basket. I wrote out tags for them, but I feel like that's too much. So I got some little signs. They're supposed to be here today, so I'll show you when they come. But it'll clip on the basket and it sits up, so it'll be like up here, and I can tilt it. So we'll see how those work out. But yeah, I'm excited. And then I think for this snake right here too, I think I'm gonna hang him from my tent. The little red one, I think I'm gonna leave right there because I thought that turned out cute, the way it kind of sticks out like that. So, and then all my snugglers hanging, and then I'm gonna leave the jellyfish up there. So I'm excited. So let's get to tagging and packing everything up and getting everything ready. And then this week I'm going to focus on like administration stuff, I guess, if you want to call it that. Like getting my square set up, making sure everything's in the square, making sure my signs are all good, my count is right, my stuff is packed up and ready to go. So let me set y'all up here. Yeah. I mean, it's still recording, but I can always cut stuff out. I'm just working on tape.
Hi. Hi, how you doing, my amigos?
Jeez Louise.
It's nice. It's really nice. They probably see my legs.
You probably see more than that. Excuse me. Alright, well.
Bye bye.
Yeah.
You still recording?
I mean, yes and no, not
And make sure you don't cut those parts out. You cut the parts out where I peek in the door and talk to you.
Serious, sir.
I want to be in the video.
Amazon.com notification. Delivered! They're here! I don't know, I didn't hear the dogs bark. Hopefully they delivered it to the right house. Let me go check. Let me open this up real quick. I want to see what these look like. Okay. Oh, okay. Dang, these are big. These are a lot bigger than I thought they would be. Good. Oh, and it comes with a marker. So, oh, there's a film on this. You peel the film off. And that's what your sign looks like. I don't want to peel it all off yet. Not until I want to write on it. But then it comes with this. This clips on the basket. And then this clips on the sign. And then you can angle it. It's kind of big though. I don't know. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, I think these will work. I don't know if you can see from over there, but then it'll look like this on the table if I clip this to the bottom of it. Because it's too big, it just... Alright, Fandom Fest has started, and in true hot mess fashion, I forgot my tripod. So, y'all did not get to see me set up, but I will show you what the setup looks like. So, let's take a look. All right, we have a low in customers. We are only about 45 minutes in and about 200 in sales already. So I will keep y'all posted.
All right, y'all. It has been about 2 weeks since Fandom Fest. Right after Fandom Fest, things for Christmas picked up like the holiday season wiped me out. But anyway, I want to get this finished. I want to let y'all know how I did because let me tell you, this was the most amazing festival that I have ever done. First off, I'm going to tell you the top 5 bestsellers. Starting with the turtles at number 1. I sold a total of 13 turtles. I can't talk. today. A majority of them were the mini ones. These are new ones that I'm making since then. I have to embroider the eyes still, but these little mini turtles, I told you these sell like hotcakes. I had 10 of them. I sold 8. And on top of that, I had 2 like this that were like weird multicolor. I started it and the head was a different color, and then I had to do a different project with the same color head, and I didn't want to like just throw the heads away, so I ended up making the body like a sand color and then a brown shell. So it was kind of like a weird, and it had like a green head, like an aqua color head. So I put those in the misfit basket, and both of those sold as well. So technically, I sold 10 mini turtles out of 12. Um, and then I sold 3 of my regular sized turtles, 2 of them being the strawberry turtles. So your hot sellers, mini turtles. I had pink ones too. I think the pink ones sold. I had 2 pink ones and a strawberry one in the mini, and I'm pretty sure all of those. If I might have 1 pink one left. I don't know. I haven't gone through what I've got left. I just kind of threw it all in bags. I gotta go back through it again. Um, Maybe that'll be the next video when I decide what I have to get busy making more of again. Because I think this is all I've made so far since then, too, is 3 little turtles. But anyway, and then I don't have any to show you because I didn't get any yet. But this little axolotl squishy, I had 12 of them. I sold 11 of them for $10 a piece. I don't know. You know, and I don't know, with the pricing, sometimes I just kind of feel like I price it as what I feel like is appropriate versus, you know, the material cost, the time cost, the whatever I feel like it should be. I'd be interested to see with those little squishy axolotls if I actually calculated it out how much it would be. Maybe I'll give that a try and see if $10 is appropriate for those. Anyway, the next one on our list, number 3 of the top 5, were the little dinos. The round chunky dinos, I sold 5 of those for $8 a piece. And then the little dinos that stand up, I sold 4 of those for $12 a piece. So dinos are definitely a good choice. Number 4 on our list are chickens, but here's the kicker. My regular little Mabel chickens, I only sold 2 of those. I don't sell very many of those. I'm surprised I even sold 2 of those. And then 2 of the mini ones. But I feel like the hottest seller, the ones that sold the fastest, were the little chicks with the hats, the frog hat and the strawberry hat. Those are definitely a keeper. Keep those around and sell those. And then another on the top was custom, which a lot of it was I just couldn't find the button, but I knew how much the price was, so I just put a note in. But most of it was misfit stuff. Because that basket was almost empty. So if you have little things that just won't sell, or they're funny colors, or like, mismatch, whatever, make a little $5 bin, because mine is pretty much wiped out. I have a misfit basket, and let me tell you, it was almost empty by the end of it. So the top 5 turtles, mini turtles especially, axolotl, any kind of axolotl, dinos, and chickens with hats. And then, of course, a $5 bin if you can. Other great sellers before we move on and I tell you how many I sold and what the total amount was. The other great sellers, I had two of these jellyfish, Jammy the jellyfish. I sold both of those for $18 a piece. I wasn't going to make any loaf cats, and let me tell you, I decided at the last minute that I was going to make a couple. I think I made one in Bernat baby blanket. And then I made another one. I think it was a spotted one. It was like a mix between Bernat blanket and Parfait plush. And then it dawned on me, let me make one all in Parfait plush because I wanted to see the size difference. Let me tell y'all, Bernat baby blanket and Parfait plush literally came out the same size. Um, and I would so much rather work with Parfait plush because I don't know why Bernat blanket just gives me such a hard time. It hurts my hands. It's really thick. I don't know, but Parfait plush seems a little better. I'm working at it. Okay. The other great seller that I had were the little mini caterpillars by All From Jade, the fidget caterpillars. I sold both of those almost immediately. I wish I had more. Those are definitely on my like must make list. The caterpillars, more loaf cats, and more jellyfish. So anyway, let me give you the total, the final, the everything at the end. Now, this was a 4-hour festival. It started at 11 a.m. and it went until 3 p.m. So a total of 70 sales in 4 hours. I sold a total of 102 plushies for a gross total of $1,201. The discounts with my little BOGO deal was a total of $8.40. Then, of course, square fees with all the, I believe about 60% of my sales were card transactions. So my square fees came out to $24.88 with a take home pay of $1,167.72. So, and then of course, don't forget your taxes. Please don't forget your taxes. This past Fandom Fest is now the number one market that I've sold the most at. The last one was Fandom Fest last year. Was $800. So, and I don't plan on giving up anytime soon. I want to make it grow, make it bigger and better every year. More to choose from, maybe more shelving. So it turned out to be a fantastic day, and I can't wait to get back into more markets this coming year. Well, that's all for this video. Thank y'all for hanging out with me today. If you liked today's video, make sure you hit that button that looks like this. If you were working on something while watching this video, comment down below. Let us know what it was. Share the pattern. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. Have a great rest of your week, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.